It's your pal EMDSD14R from the Keystone State. It is February 6th, 2018. I just wanted to say that the Super Bowl 52 game was phenomenal. The Eagles won. Yes, finally they won. Even though that's not my team, I don't get into that whole rivalry stuff. I just, I root for the team that I like there, and I wanted the Eagles to win. So, yeah, when my team doesn't make it in, I root for the Eagles. So, yeah, they kick butt. Great game. Great. And Thursday is going to be crazy with this parade. I don't know what's going on, but I will watch it on TV. I will not go down there. Moving on to the trains. This is a layout update video, or it's a layout update video and project update video. So I'm not really sure where I'm going to start, but okay. So as you can see, this is the IC experimental, and if you guys saw my latest video, I had the IC experimental running with my Amtrak ice train. Now, as you can see, they're not physically coupled together, but for a short time, I can actually run them as one train, even though they're still independently uncoupled, which is cool. But, I wanted to make that video. I have actually never seen a video on YouTube with two HO ice trains coupled together. I've seen videos where there was two TGV trains coupled together, but they used rubber bands on the plows to keep the two sets together. But I'd never seen two ice trains coupled together. So I thought that would be a cool video to make. Update on the Rapido Dash 840CM. Rapido sent my speakers out about, I would say, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Thank you guys at Rapido for sending me the speakers out. They're really awesome. And I actually did some research, and I found out that the speakers that they use in the Dash 840CMs are actually found in the iPhone 4S. So basically, these are used in the iPhone and the Android phones. These are basically your speaker. These are basically your loudspeakers. So they use them in the Dash 840CMs. And I've actually confirmed this because the ones I got from Rapido, I use those as a visual guide to find the ones that I bought on eBay. I got 4 of these. So these came from California, by the way. I got 4 of these for less than $6. Guys, that is dirt cheap. So, what am I going to do with these extra speakers? Well, I am going to get some more Dash 840CMs, and I am going to be converting them with TCS Wow sound in them. But before I buy any more Dash 840CMs, I got to get this one converted. So I'm hopefully going to get a TCS Wow 1527 21-pin decoder this weekend. I'll wait for it to come in the mail. Probably be sometime next week. And then I'll get those speakers wired in there, and then we'll see if I can program this, and this will be my first sound installation on any locomotive in my collection. And if I like the way it goes, I'm going to just go ahead and buy more non-sound Dash 840CMs and just convert them to sound. I was also thinking about buying a sound version to see how the speaker wires are wired in that unit, and then use that as a guide to do the wires in this unit. But I asked Rapido, and they said as long as both speakers are wired in the same way, then it's okay. So I trust them, but I'm a visual learner. I want to see it. I want to see what the speaker wires look like how they're wired onto the board. So, yeah, if I can do that, I can. If not, I'll just jump right in like I did with the Markland RC4 conversion project. I'll just jump right in and pray to God and hope that I do it right the first time, which is what I normally do. So yeah, project update on that. The Jeep 40 FH-2, I got the door already on the unit, and that's all the work that I pretty much did on the unit. I haven't really touched it. I need the front handrails, side handrails, and I need the back ones, but I don't really think I'm going to use the back ones because I don't think that that's necessary. So I'll just kind of model like the Metra F40PHs. They don't have rear railings, so I might just leave it like that. I do have some Details Associates Canon Company Jeep 60M or SD60 exhaust stacks. I used one on a new custom project, and I will show you that right now. So this is another SD24R project that I've been working on. And out of all the SD24R units, this one is going to be pretty much the oddball unit in the fleet. Now, the drawing that I have of this unit, originally this unit was going to have no dynamic brakes. So it was going to be a non-dynamic brake unit, which is kind of unusual since it's going to be on, a mountain railroad, and, it was going to be an unusual unit like that. But I decided to keep it with the dynamic brake because it was just easier to leave it like that. So basically, it's just your run-of-the-mill SD35 that's been, rebuilt into the SD24RM specification. This is the RM, by the way. It's not an R. So this is a completely different unit. Completely different than the other SD24R units. So what I did is, if I can get this camera to focus, I actually bought two shells. So I bought a undecorated SD35 shell with the nose light, and I removed the Conrail nose and then grafted it onto the unit because most, if not all, the ER&W units have Mars lights in the nose unless otherwise specified. So by FRA regulations, if the locomotive has Mars lights, it doesn't need to have ditch lights. So that's another thing. And then I also added the M5 horn. It's glued in, but I need to re-glue it because the glue that I use, it's more or less better for binding the plastic parts. I can't find it right now, but yeah, it's more or less better for binding plastic to plastic as opposed to metal to plastic. So I'm gonna go with the Zap-A-Gap glue again with that because I've been using that for years. So, and also when I was doing the conversion on this unit, for some reason I couldn't get the railings to pop out of their holes, so I actually had to break them or sever them right here at the cab. The only one that I was able to get out of the hole was this one on the back here. But I found a new set of railings online that go for this unit. They're undecorated, so the unit's going to get repainted anyway. So it's kind of pointless to have the railings that are on this unit anyway. But I really wished I could have salvaged them because, I mean, you really can't tell that they were severed or anything unless you just do that, But I mean, I don't know why they would come out the holes. I mean, it looked like they were glued in the holes in the cab. And in order for me to change the nose, I had to take the cab completely off the locomotive. So I didn't want to break that word, but I had to get the nose off and the cab off, so I had to do that. But I'm gonna get replacement railings for that. This one has a decoder in it, brand spanking new, never been used, and I got it for a good deal. So this is actually the second to last unit in the SD24R series. It'll be the only SD24RM. This one is going to be number 244, and it's going to be getting a unique paint scheme. I have drawings for this unit already done. I'm not really going to change it. I'm not going to go and waste my time and try to put dynamic brakes on there and all that. I'm just going to leave it as this is what the unit was supposed to look like, but during the design phase or the actual construction, it was opted to leave the dynamic brakes on the unit. So just a little history right there for that unit. When it's actually done, I'll go into more detail, and I have it hooked up to my work train over here. Another, not really an update, but there's the SDL38. Still haven't done any work on that unit. It's still in its phase of building that I left it in the last time you guys saw it, which was months ago. And the SD40PX-2, haven't done a thing to that unit, but I'm thinking really hard that this one will get done this year. I'm really, really thinking that this unit needs to get done this year because it's way, way overdue. Had that unit done for years as far as the body construction, and now I just need to get it finished because it's really gnawing at me. I just need to add MU cables and stuff, a rotary beacon, maybe an AC air conditioning unit, but other than that, it's pretty much done. Definitely going to get a Kato drive for that unit. Going to get a Kato drive for that one. But yeah, that's pretty much all that I've done with the layout. I got to do some more dusting because there's a lot of dust around here. I got a good question, guys. What do you guys use to clean the dust off your Hot Wheels cars and your buildings on your layout? Because a lot of times it's, like I'm not sure if I should use Swiffer or one of those little dusty things. I'm trying to figure that out because it's just an issue that I've had for years, and you know sometimes I just go in and take the buildings off the layout and I put them under water and I wipe them down with a rag. But I need another way, a more easier way to do that than that. So if you guys can help me out with that, that'd be very good because dust is a huge issue when you come to when it comes to model trains. Keeping the models clean and everything. And a lot of times I like to have my trains sit out on the layout, but too long and they get too dusty. I think I got dust on these guys already. Yeah, see, that's really bad when you see dust on your finger from an ice train. That's not good. So I need to figure out a way how to dust these things off without using any types of materials that would actually get snagged in the pantographs, because you don't want anything getting snagged in those because it'll just wrong. So if I could get help with that, that'd be good. So yeah, and eventually I'll be adding sound to this unit, and then once that's done, then the last unit in this fleet of rebuilt SD24s is going to be the brass engine, which is an ex-Union Pacific unit, and that's going to be an interesting project because I did some research on it. Depending on the complexity of the paint job for a brass locomotive, it can range anywhere between $250 and I would say and up, because you got to basically take the locomotive apart, and I forget what kind of solution you have to put it in, but you actually have to, like, what's that solution you put it in? But anyway, you have to make it so that you have to etch the metal in such a way that the primer adheres to it, and then the paint adheres to it. Then you have to bake them in an oven. Literally, you have to bake all the metal parts in the oven, and then you have to reassemble the model and make sure everything fits right. So it's a very tedious process. So I'm doing more research into that. So yeah, just a little information right there. It'll be my first brass locomotive I actually have custom painted too. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this update video. And I'm really liking the look of this unit. Like, I just like the way it looks without the paint on the nose. Just reminds me of like some of those units that had like rebuilt parts added and they just were shipped out with like the primer paint. It kind of reminds me of that. I really like that. I really like it. I can't wait to see that unit when it's finished. My other three SD24Rs are going to be finished. My friend Radisson is going to be working on them. Well, he is working on them, and that's really cool. Oh, speaking of the SD24Rs, I finally found railings for the class unit, which is the number 240. So that unit will be getting railings, and it will be getting its own box. So yes, it will be getting its own box, which is good because I've been looking for a box for that thing for years. So no, not having that unit, not having a box for that unit was a little bit of a problem, and that was another reason why I didn't put railings on it, because I didn't want them to get damaged anyway. All right, so enough of my rambling. I I hope you guys enjoy this update. God bless, and I'll see you guys later. Oh, and one other thing. I might be getting this powered soon. Not sure yet, but we'll see. And that's a BQ23-7. That's like GE's early experimentation with Y-cab units. So yeah, I have one of those. My friend Radisson gave me that shell. All right, so see you guys later. God bless, and yeah, enjoy the hobby and peace.